Thanks for volunteering. Today we're going to go through the game desk book and we'll finish with a shootout explanation. When you arrive to the game desk, there should be a game book. It may have artwork on the front, maybe even a schedule. If you're with our club, on the back of all of our books we have an example. The color is here for effect. If you have any questions, refer back to this. The end time is highlighted not because we want you to highlight it, but because we want you to know how important it is. Refer to that if you have any questions. Inside the game book, you'll find the supplies you need, extra score sheets, and rules for that tournament if there's any problems, or if there's a brutality, the officials' paperwork in here to fill out for USA Water Polo is in there. We are doing USA Water Polo sheets. High schools are different. This sheet goes all the way down. Some sheets have a break like this. Just ignore the break and continue. When you get to the sheets from the coaches, players' names, including the goalies a little bit further down. I need to add them here. Coaches, team names will be there. Division should be there, because the 16U could be 16U girls playing on a 16U boy team. That should all be filled in when you get it. Then you're going to be responsible to fill in this part. They'll tell you, and the schedule will tell you who's white and who's dark. At our club, we always start on the white sheet, fill it all out on the white sheet, then move to the dark sheet for the continuing running time of the game. Penalties and exclusions for white will be marked here, dark will be marked here. Goals will be marked in each of these lines for first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. At the break in between each quarter, we'll tally up the numbers and we'll transfer them to the top. In a minute, I will add the names here. Don't expect it to show up that way. You'll put who's white and who's dark on both sheets and fill it in. At the end of it, you'll turn them, give them to the official, he'll sign it out. This is the most important part of running the game desk, other than getting the shot clock right. This is all that matters, not what's on the scoreboard. What is written down here is what happened. If you made a mistake here and they go back, this is what determines the score or how many exclusions. So be really careful. Make sure that you mark the correct white or dark when scoring goals, penalties, or exclusions. As a reminder, exclusions and penalties, any combination of 3 and the player is out. What I like to do is put a W on white and a D on dark. Make it nice and easy for yourself or anybody else walking by. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll start scoring the game. Okay, we're going to get started scoring. One thing I want you to notice is how all of our exclusions and penalties are on the right-hand side. All the goals are on the left. Everybody has individual style. If you want to do it a little bit different, do whatever works for you. In this case, we've canceled, in between each quarter, we've marked it. Again, red line is just for effect. You use what you have. Don't look for a red pen. All we're doing here is showing first, second, third, fourth quarter, and the game's over, so nobody can fill in anything else. Okay, let's get started.
523, 2 white, exclusion.
Now I'm just going to put a straight line. There's no score change.
420.
And now I find 2 white, and I give him an E1, exclusion in the first quarter.
421, dark cap 6, goal.
0 to 1. I like to say it out loud so that the person running the scoreboard can hear it. Again, only what I've written here matters, not what's on the scoreboard. Then I find 6 dark over here and credit them with a goal. This is a tally mark. So if there's another one next to it, it's not 11, it's 2.
414, white 8, exclusion.
Just like in math and science, neatness counts. Do your best to be as neat as possible. If you make a mistake like I just did, no big deal. Erase it, fix it.
352, dark 10, goal.
Score is 0-2. Dark 10, goal. As quickly as you can, try and do your accounting and move things over. If the pace of the game is preventing you from doing that, get to it as soon as you can.
340, dark 7, exclusion.
Often right after a exclusion or penalty, there'll be a goal. Dark 7, E1.
338, white 8, goal.
Score is 1-2.
211, white 9, exclusion. 208, dark 11, goal.
1-3.
130, white 8, exclusion. 20 seconds, white
8 exclusion in the first. So he has 2. I'm going to go ahead and put number 8 at the top and circle it so that everybody at the desk knows number 8 is in trouble on the white team. And if the referees would like to and they're walking by, maybe they spot it as well. That way, if number 8 white gets another exclusion or a penalty, we raise the red flag as quickly as possible so that his coach can see it, his or her coach, and substitute somebody else in. We're doing all this so if an eligible player were to come back in the game, and then at the end of the game somebody picks up on that and notices it, or sometime during the game, they can back up to that time. If it's after the game is completed, that's why the end time is so important, because that gives them the window of opportunity to protest.
20 seconds.
So 0-0. Don't forget the 0 in front.
2 white, goal.
Score is 2-3. 2 white, goal.
End of the first quarter.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is draw the line, and very importantly, I'm going to come down here and add up 1, 2, put it in the lower box. I'm going to come down here, 1, 2, 3, and then I move it up, 2 and 3. Okay, the game's moved on. You can see here in our second quarter, we had a penalty. It's scored exactly the same as an exclusion, P2. It's not the first quarter, it's his first of 3 strikes, P2. So all this is so we can reconcile. If somebody says, no, my kid didn't get kicked out. No, let me look, number 3. Oh, he got a penalty in the second, and we can quickly find it. Another thing you can do is there were 3 goals scored in the third period. 1, 2, 3. I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you can come over to the second period and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm good. So you can double check yourself in between breaks and make sure you're on track. All right, here we go with the fourth quarter now.
5:32, dark 10, goal.
Score is 10-6. Dark 10, fourth quarter, goal.
4:27, dark 6, goal.
10-7. Dark 6, fourth quarter, goal.
4:04, dark timeout.
So I'm going to go to the dark. I'm going to put an X. In the middle, I'm going to put a TO. Very easy to spot. Then I'm going to come over to the fourth quarter and write 4:04. Now, they only get 2 timeouts in USA Water Polo. High school might be different. But there are full timeouts here. I'm going to use this as the fourth quarter. Other people do it differently. Maybe they write the quarter and the time and the quarter and the time. You do what works for you as long as you can reconcile it.
3:28, white 6, goal.
11-7, white 6, goal.
420, dark 5, 220, dark 5, exclusion.
Dark 5, so he's got E4. He is now in trouble, so I'm going to move dark 5 up here and circle it.
207, white, timeout. 155, white, 8, exclusion.
So white 8 is now out of the game. So up here, I'm going to X out or cross out, however you want to do it, so people can still read it. We know 8 is out. I would tell the table right away, raise the red flag, raise the red flag, or maybe I'm raising the red flag, and that'll kick the player out. Next, we're going to show you a shootout. Okay, regulation game ended. Dark team came back. The score right now is 11-11. So the game is over. The clock's not going to run anymore. If this were a high school game, they'd go directly into extra quarters. We're not doing that. This is USA water polo. We must have a result. We're going into a shootout. Old rules, I would run over with a sheet, maybe the white sheet, and get the first 5 numbers in order that the players are going to shoot from either team. Goalies are eligible to shoot. Goalies can be switched during the shootout for each team. So they could choose to have 2 goalies working it. They could choose to have a goalie shoot if they want. The referees will take care of that. Normally you would just go get the numbers. New rules to keep things moving along. You take the number as the player comes up to shoot. So when they're shooting, you write down the name. So I don't need to get up and run over to the bench. I'm going to stay put. I'm going to go to the white sheet because we started on the white sheet. And at the end of the day, this is what I expect the official to sign and look at. So for the white team, up comes number 5. And he makes it. Dark team, up comes number 6. And he or she makes it. I don't care if you put a 1 there or whatever, just note that they make it. Number 7 comes up, makes it. Number 11 comes up, makes it. Number 8 comes up, makes it. Number 10 comes up, makes it. 3-3, it's getting exciting. Number 6 comes up, makes it. Number 11 comes up. Sorry, 11 already went. They can't do that. We're going to have number 1, one of the goalies, come up and misses. So now it's 4-3. Mathematically, they're still in it. So number 2 comes up, scores. The game is now over because they've missed and they made all 5 of theirs. So I come up to shootout and I put a 5. And over here, I have 3. So the final score, instead of being 11-11, is 11.5 to 11.3. And that's it. Give it to your official to sign and you're done. When the game is over and the official has signed it, take the scorecard. If you're in charge of reporting it, call in, text in, whatever you need to do, score the game right away. If you're the next team trying to find out who you're going to play in the bracket, you want to be scored as soon as possible. If it's not your job, put it in here. The tournament director on site will come by and look at it. All of them go in the back of the book. Everybody knows that. They know where to find it. At the end of the day, the desk book stays on that desk. It doesn't go to the other side of the pool. And if they missed the score for one of the games, they'll come back, open up the desk book, and find it, and they'll look for, oh, the scheduled time. That's why it's important. The scheduled time is always the time. If it's 9 o'clock game, you put 9 o'clock. You don't put 10 if it starts at 10. You put 9. The end of game, you put the actual time. So if it started at 9, let's say, on time, and it ended at 9:50, I would write 9:50 as soon as the game is over. That way, if the team has 20 minutes to protest, we know at 10:10, if they haven't protested, their opportunity to protest is gone. Again, thanks for volunteering.